on it next week. Joining me here with me, we still have James DeSimone, civil rights attorney. Thank you so much for being with me, James, still. So let me ask you your opinion of this. I mean, we know that the motion was filed. The judge has said, I'm going to hear all of this on Tuesday. First, what are your thoughts about the jury being sequestered or not in a hearing like this or a trial like this?
Well, there's a natural sort of wanting to sequester a jury so that you avoid any chance of a mistrial. But I think it's overstated in this day and age. I mean, how much can you sequester a jury when we all have access to information on our phones at any time? And the idea, if you sequester a jury, are you going to take away their access to internet? That just seems too overbearing, and you're going to have a difficult time getting people to serve on juries if that type of massive inconvenience is put upon them in order to serve on a jury. So it was an interesting back and forth between these lawyers. I guess I've been there before, not as professional as you'd like to see in front of a judge in terms of them taking shots at each other. But I think the motion to sequester the jury will ultimately be denied. And, don't complain about it too much. Just allow the natural course to take natural events to take their course. A judge is unlikely to impose that on a jury.
And you know, James, one of the things, and I agree with you, we all want to remain professional, but you do get heated, you do get emotional, but you have to remain professional. And the sequestration of jury has come up in a couple of different cases we've been covering lately. We know, for instance, that Robert Durst's very long trial, they were not sequestered. Then we saw a trial in which they were sequestered only for the deliberation out of Tennessee. So every court does it a little differently. My point being, we have to wait and see because it may be partial. All right, coming up right after the break, we're going to break down more of today's testimony in the West Virginia versus McCauley case. Also dig into the victim's mother's testimony and the evidence presented. We're also